Republican Congressman Mike Flood of Nebraska, a member of the House Financial Services Committee and also vice chair of the Republican Main Street Caucus. Congressman, thanks for being here on Balance of Power. We have seen the punting of key markups in the Energy and Commerce and Ways and Means Committee from next week to the week following. When it comes to this reconciliation package, is the Speaker's goal of getting all of this done by Memorial Day no longer realistic?
Well, I've heard some talk that 4th of July might be a more reasonable deadline. Either way, it has to be done, as far as I'm concerned, before we go home for the August recess when we meet our constituents throughout the entire month. And I feel we can get there. I am on the Financial Services Committee, and we were successful in getting our bill marked up. Now, granted, it didn't cut the kind of government spending that the Energy and Commerce Committee will, or the heavy lifting the Ways and Means Committee will undertake, but it was a substantial first start, and other committees are doing the same. Listen, this is a major undertaking. Reconciliation has been the priority for the House of Representatives so far this year, and I'm confident we will get it done.
Well, you speak to the difficulty in energy and commerce. The big hang-up there, of course, is what to do about Medicaid. You come from a state in which more than 300,000 people, more than a third of them children, are enrolled in Medicaid. And I wonder what kind of cuts, if any, to the program you're willing to tolerate and what your colleagues in the Main Street Caucus are willing to tolerate.
Well, we're having that discussion right now. Obviously, there are folks on both sides of the spectrum. There are several of the people that signed that letter saying that they were concerned about deep cuts in Medicaid, some of which our Main Street members feel very strongly. There are other folks in the Main Street Caucus that want to be even more aggressive than what is being talked about in some ways. And so we are, much like the rest of the House of Representatives, spread across the spectrum. The reality is that I'm all for things like work requirements in a state like mine, contributing to the entire federal government nationwide. That could be $2 to $250 billion in savings for the federal treasury. There's a variety of things that can be done. There's a focus on these provider tax payments that are under consideration. I think we can pretty easily get to $500 billion. The question is, how do we get to $880 billion, which is where I know a good section of the conference wants to be. I know Mr. Guthrie, who is in charge of the Energy and Commerce Committee, has asked to come see the Main Street Caucus and have some discussions next week so that he can tell us about some of their plans. I know they're working night and day. I feel like we're going to get there. This is going to be a painful journey, but at the end of the day, it will be worth it.
Well, when we consider what the light of the end of the tunnel, if you will, here, why you're going on this journey, it is to make permanent or at least extend the 2017 tax cuts. But I spoke about this with Mick Mulvaney, the former acting White House chief of staff in the first Trump administration, also a founding member of the House Freedom Caucus. And this is what he had to say about this current tax bill.
The bill is not a tax cut. The bill is an extension of the current tax rates. It's the prevention of a tax increase. You hear Donald Trump go on TV and say, I'm going to give you a huge tax cut. Technically, he's correct because the current law is that your taxes are going to go up, and he's preventing that from happening. But if you were expecting more money in your wallet, if this bill passes, you are going to be extraordinarily disappointed. And that's going to be a hard sell for the Republicans.
Congressman, can you honestly tell your constituents they will have more money at the end of this as we're considering whether or not some benefits may be cut?
Well, I think myself, like many other members of Congress, have been describing it exactly right. I say if we don't act, the average Nebraska family will see a 20% tax hike. Your federal estate tax exemption will be cut in half, which makes it very difficult to pass on the family farm with the high land prices we have. But to depart from Mr. Mulvaney a bit, we are talking about some other tax cuts that would be new if they are implemented. That would, if we take no taxes on tips or if we make progress on tax on Social Security, all of those discussions would be new in the realm of tax cuts. And I don't think anybody on the Ways and Means Committee have really showed their cards. They've been working night and day to try and find a solution. So until they release where they want to go, I think it's premature to say what will be or what will not be in that package.
When we consider your constituents, Congressman, you are one of the few brave House Republicans who actually did hold a town hall last month. And I know you got an earful on a number of matters. Did you take those as real concerns from your constituency? Did you think those people might be operatives, if you will, or did you take some of their messages to heart? And if so, what was your takeaway?
I did take some of their messages to heart. And no, most of the people there were from Lincoln. They were from Omaha. They were from Columbus. They were from communities around Columbus, Nebraska. And very happy to be able to do that. Here's what I heard. That most notable, there was a lot of concern that night about benefits and services of the VA hospital system and the VA health system. I intend to, in the August recess, tour all the VA facilities in my district. I've reached out to the leadership of the Veterans Administration, and I've invited the VA secretary to address the Main Street group so that we can have an opportunity to check in on all of that. Making good on our promises to veterans was something that I heard loud and clear from that town hall, and I am acting on it. I also think there were a lot of people in that room, very good people that had a lot of concerns. One of the concerns they had was my Social Security benefits are going to get cut. That's absolutely not true. Under the Budget Reform Act of 1974, in the process of reconciliation, we are prohibited from touching Social Security benefits. But a lot of people in that room had that very well-heeled concern. So, yes, I took some very good takeaways from it. There were also some people that, wanted to create a scene. And I walked into that room and I told myself, I don't want anybody here to get arrested. I don't want anybody here to be taken out. I want them to be able to say what they want to say. And as long as everybody here feels safe, let's just muscle through this and let that energy come out. And at the end of the event, I had a number of people come up, say, you know what, I don't agree with you on anything, or I agree with you on a few things, but not everything. And I appreciate the opportunity to be here and be heard.
Well, we thank you for taking the opportunity to join us here on Balance of Power tonight as well. Republican Congressman Mike Flood of Nebraska, who's the vice chair of the Republican Main Street Caucus. Thank you so much for joining us. He's also a radio guy, mind you, actually founded a few stations of his own. And on that news, the White House going to battle with PBS and